Greetings, this is your neighbor known as Factfinder. This is my second YouTube video message. Our arch enemy known as Little Bitty Fart has been attacking with propaganda as usual to incite chaos. Anonymous word on the street is the method used by Mr. Duval. Duval, the township's fiscal officer's husband, is trying to confuse the truth about the illegal double dip of Trustee Don Watkins. I'm the fact finder, and I will give you the facts. Duval in word on the street gossip repeats the following chant. Duval says, if it were so illegal, then why was Don Watkins not removed from office, and why did he not have to pay it back? The law is the law. There were several people that testified in court that said your buddy was a liar. Duval is not truthful with his statements. First, we must look at the very simple law reference of the Ohio Revised Code 505.60. Know this from the code, and I quote, if any township officer or employee is denied coverage under a health care plan procured under Division B of this section, or if any township officer or employee elects not to participate in the township's health care plan, the township may reimburse the officer or employee for each out-of-pocket premium that the officer or employee incurs for insurance policies described in Division A of this section that the officer or employee otherwise obtains, but not to exceed an amount equal to the average premium paid by the township for its officers and employees under policies it procures under Division B of this section. End quote. This code is very simple, and reading it just one time to anyone with some basic understanding knows this as summarized. A township official can be on the township insurance plan, or could be reimbursed for their insurance, if they opted to not be on the plan, or are denied. Watkins was never denied getting on the township's fully paid insurance plan, and he never went off of the plan. October of 2005, Trustee Watkins was on the township insurance plan and still is today. Sometime on or about October of 2005, Watkins had Fiscal Officer Duval begin to write checks to him monthly for insurance cost reimbursements. The fact is, Trustee Watkins began his illegal double dip at this point in time. Watkins was on the township insurance when he stated taking an illegal reimbursement. Trustee Chorpenning was elected into office starting January 2006, and he did not believe this practice to be ethical. Don told Chorpenning, as he told all others, that his receipt of this reimbursement check was legal, and he had checks it all out. Trustee Watkins and Fiscal Officer Duval never discussed these checks at a public meeting. The checks were just made out and signed. Chorpenning did begin to refuse to sign these reimbursement checks that the Fiscal Officer Duval continued to present every month at public meetings. The public finally got to see this practice because Chorpenning used the meeting microphone to read off every check presented, as everyone could witness the officials endorsing the checks. Trustee Watkins and also the rest of the board were all questioned over and over on this matter. Bowling Green Township watchdog Will Kern even quoted the exact law to them at public meetings. Watkins continued to take the illegal money. Trustee Chorpenning's actions are what got this practice to finally stop. Chorpenning took many actions to try to recover the money taken illegally by Watkins. Included in this was a process through petition of residents for a public hearing for removal of office under Ohio Revised Code 3.07. The fiscal officer's husband, calling himself Dog Warden and username Gang of Buffoons Shannon Duval, called the case a Chorpenning lie. Duval's petty politics have him claiming the petition to get the matter before a judge was a lie. The only lie is the one Duval spreads about what actually occurred. Chorpenning has the entire case story online for all to read and getting all news coverage on the topic. As fact finder, it is my role to give you complete truth and be unbiased. These facts remain and always will. It was illegal for Watkins to take his insurance reimbursement at the same time he was on the township insurance plan. Watkins did this anyway. Watkins did this from at or about October 2005. Watkins stopped the case. He had to stop around June 2008, primarily due to the many actions of Trustee Chorpenning, residents, and 143 other petitioners. The fiscal officer Duval was told by Watkins to write these illegal checks, and she followed the Watkins directive. Shannon Duval continues to post false statements about this on YouTube with comments like this, quote, directed to me, the fact finder. Duval says, quote, fact, it was a political witch hunt that backfired. Jeffro should have let a lawyer handle it. Read the finding. Judge said at least twice that they should have a lawyer, but Jeffro/Junkman are better than that, and Kern still doesn't have a seat. Your boys already stopped helping the township because there is no political gain. So why aren't mad that your boys let you down? Factfinder. End quote. Duval needs to read the finding in the 2008 audit again. This audit does prove what is already known. Again, the facts here are: it was illegal. Watkins did it anyway. Watkins was forced to stop. Duval, who did admit to using several YouTube anonymous usernames, one of them calling himself Gang of Buffoons, said this, and I quote, "The law is the law. There were several people that testified in court that said your buddy was a liar." The statement Duval makes here, in fact, is a lie. Not one person took the stand in the Watkins versus Bowling Green Township residents case that made such a statement under oath. The Duval claim of a lie is 100% unsubstantiated hearsay. Thank you to the channel watcher that requested Factfinder address this topic. I verify my statements to be all factual. If I ever make any errors on facts, then I would always post later as doing so. This video will give anyone the opportunity to discuss this subject. If other questions related to this topic come up in discussion, then I will be happy to do what I can to find any facts that may be of interest. Remember, the fiscal officer's husband also posted the question of, if Don were so guilty, why did he not have to pay it back? This question from Duval is probably worth its own discussion. Watkins not being told he had to pay it back does not make what he did legal. In fact, if Watkins tried to get a reimbursement check today while he is still on the insurance plan, then it would still be illegal. Thank you for coming to my YouTube channel of youtube.com/factfinder.